Hello Canterbury and welcome to Canterbury Live on Wednesday the 8th of April. Well, a certain redhead chap has hit town, hasn't he? Yes, Mr. Ed Sheeran will be playing at Horncastle Arena tonight. Now, he will also be doing an intimate concert at a Christchurch school that has not been named yet. So fingers crossed we find out for you, and first at 5 later on. We'll better give you some details, but how wonderful. So we'll share a little bit of Ed throughout the show today. Very cool indeed. Now, if today is your birthday, many happy returns from the Canterbury Live team. But here is 3 celebrities that are sharing your special day. So first up, we have John Schneider. Now, you may or may not recognise him, but he's 55 today. He's a musician and actor. He played Clark Kent's father in Smallville, but I remember him fondly as Bo in The Dukes of Hazzard.
Just a good old voice, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will.
Daisy Duke, and only she can rock those denim cut-offs, surely. Right, Robin Wright, 49 today. Isn't she beautiful? She's rocking that pixie haircut there. She was married to Sean Penn. She's played lately the role of Claire in the Netflix series House of Cards, but I love her in a role as Jenny in Forrest Gump.
You're a mama, Jenny.
I'm a mama. His name's Forrest.
Like me.
I named him after his daddy.
He got a daddy named Forrest, too?
You're his daddy, Forrest.
Such a beautiful movie. And last but not least, Julian Lennon, yes, son of John Lennon. Sadly, he lost his mum on Sunday. She passed away, Linda. He's a musician in his own right, but we all know him, of course, for being his father being John Lennon. A song, Hey Jude, was written by Paul McCartney about the split up of his parents, and with Yoko Ono coming on the scene. And here's some images of him as a young boy.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid.
Very beautiful song indeed. Well, coming up on today's show, the shrinking violet, Elora, joins me, and about how you can fall off the wagon of a paleo diet. We catch up with the circus show. Danny and Mim join me, so that'll be very entertaining indeed. And do you have too many devices in your home? Yes? Well, we have a wonderful video from Family Matters, who are concerned that our children are watching too much television and using too many devices. But first up, beautifully beside me, you'll see that I have interpreter Liz Kay, who is signing with me at the moment, for me at the moment. But joining me, my guest is Victoria Green, who's the Community Relations Officer from Deaf Aotearoa in Christchurch. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Great. Now, Deaf Awareness Week, or New Zealand Sign Language Week, is coming up very shortly. So when is it, Victoria?
Yes, it's coming up shortly. It's the 4th to the 8th of May this year. So we have the week.
So a big question to ask you, but how many people in New Zealand are actually deaf and sign?
There's there's a mixture of deaf, hearing impaired, people that use cochlear implants. There's 20,000 people that actually use New Zealand Sign Language to communicate in New Zealand.
Right, Victoria, so you belong to a very special group indeed. So tell us about the deaf community here in Christchurch.
There's around about 500 deaf people living in Canterbury that use New Zealand Sign Language. So a variety of members, parents who have hearing children, so their children are a part of the community. We do sports, deaf sports, socialise and communicate in New Zealand Sign Language. So that's the main thing for us, to sort of break down the barriers of communication. So, and deaf people in Christchurch, they just, you know, carry out their everyday lives as other people would.
You must have challenges though you face each day though, Victoria, yourself and other members of your special group.
Yes, every deaf person has different challenges because they communicate using New Zealand Sign Language. So we're really wanting to promote New Zealand Sign Language, that anyone can learn sign language so that they can break down those barriers and communicate with us. So for employment or school, even just in the supermarket, you know, it'd be just so lovely to see hearing people learning sign language, and that we can communicate with them anywhere we go. Because often people are quite, you know, nervous about communicating with us. So, you know, being able to communicate with deaf community members out in the community would just be fantastic for us.
So, Victoria, big question, how do we make that happen?
Well, and that's why we have New Zealand Sign Language Week. So we actually have the whole month of May, from the 4th to the 30th of May, that we provide taster classes in New Zealand Sign Language. They're 45-minute classes, they're free, and they can be provided to workplaces, schools, maraes. It's a free course, and anyone can register on our website, which is Deaf Aotearoa's website, to organise, and you'll have a New Zealand Sign Language tutor come to your workplace or wherever you would like, and it's just basic everyday communicating in sign language. So, you know, we'd love to see lots of people register. We also have prizes, so we're doing 7 signs in 7 days, from the Monday to the Sunday during New Zealand Sign Language Week. So if people learn those signs, they can register and win a prize. So you can actually upload yourself signing these signs onto the website. So it's a really good challenge for people out there to get confident in learning the signs, and they can also sign their favourite signs and things like that.
What a wonderful workplace idea for team building.
Yes, yeah, and it's good for children as well, in schools learning New Zealand Sign Language. If they have deaf children in their school, even if they have a cochlear implant and they're learning sign language, then it's a great thing for them to do.
Victoria, where do you see the future for the deaf in New Zealand?
Well, you know, we want to see the barriers of communication broken down. So we'd love to see people learning New Zealand Sign Language, seeing it as a part of the school curriculum, you know, providing New Zealand Sign Language tutors for different workplaces, so that people can understand around deaf awareness, so they understand their employees. So just everyone really being on an equal par.
Okay, thank you very much, Victoria. Thank you, Liz. Good luck with your baby. And if you want more information, then go to deaf.org.nz and you'll find out more information. Stay with us after the break. We head to the circus.
This is to end in fire, then we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high. La, la, la.
Loving this Ed Sheeran through the show. It's very cool indeed. Quickly, before I get to my beautiful guest next to me, just want to say, Victoria, want to let you know that there is events happening and they're all online at deaf.org.nz. There you go. Righty-ho. A big welcome to Danny and to Mim from the Circus show.
Yeah.
Which sounds so cool.
Yes.
Circus, it just evokes smiles, doesn't it? When people think of circus,
yes,
it's entertainment and the big top.
Yeah, for sure. It's there's quite a long tradition there of joy and entertainment, I suppose. Yeah.
And what you're part of, bringing that to everyone. So tell us about Circus All Sorts, though.
Circus All Sorts is a show, a variety circus show for the whole family, and it features New Zealand's top circus performers. And basically we set up the show because there was a tertiary circus program in Christchurch before the quake.
Oh, right.
And after the earthquake, the program... And
here we are now. Yep.
After the quake, the program and the venue was shut down. So since then, you know, a lot of performers, local performers, have had to travel away from Christchurch to make a living. And the show is set up basically in a way to attract them back to the city and just provide a bit of joy as well in the city, I think.
And that's what it's about, isn't it? Because we had Circus Arts here, didn't we? And that was an incredible facility that was available here.
Yeah.
So where did those performers, or those want-to-be performers, go to after the quake?
There isn't anywhere in New Zealand.
So it just stopped?
It closed down, so that's where we met, and we've both trained there. And that's where many performers from all over the world used to come and train circus.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That it all came to a grinding halt. Well, hopefully, maybe with the new rebuild, that we could regenerate something new happening. But thank goodness for Circus All Sorts. So how did the show come about then, to actually get everyone together for this, you know, one-star show?
Yeah, I guess we just kind of took it on our shoulders and thought, you know, we really need this, and I think the community needs it, and there needs to be a regular show so that people know, oh, in 3 or 4 months there's a show in Christchurch, I'll plan that. And so we approached the council, and they were really helpful and really keen to sort of get it happening, and yeah.
That's it. So Mim, we come along to the show and it's happening on Saturday the 11th of April at the Aurora Centre in Burnside. What can we expect?
You can expect people flying through the air. You can expect people juggling, a lot of comedy, a lot of acrobatics, and it's all world class. We have some really amazing performers. And
it's a beautiful centre to perform, isn't it, Danny?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, one of the best.
So what do you each do within the performance? Because obviously, you know, I can't see you with the top hat now. I can see you getting in there and doing your craft.
We do an acrobatic duo, so a lot of, I bass and I do a lot of lifting of Mim, holding her above my head. So yeah, a lot of that, and I also do a lot of clowning as well.
Oh,
and I do a lot of contortion.
Yeah.
Ah. So pray tell, when I think of that, I think maybe the old tennis racket, you go through the tennis racket and things like that. That cliche. But what do you do?
I shoot a bow and arrow with my feet.
As you do?
While my feet are over my head.
Hands is too normal, I think. Yeah, you've got to go that one step further. Yeah.
The circus, don't you agree, is for all ages. It's not just for families or children in particular.
No, it should be for everyone, and that's what this show is designed to do. There has been like a movement in circus theatre in modern times where it has become more adult and more theatre orientated, whereas this one is about circus, traditional circus, variety show, whole family, for anyone really. Yeah.
So we wouldn't blame you for going offshore with your craft.
Yeah.
Have you been tempted?
We have done, but only for short times.
We do for little bits, but we love it here, so we stay here.
We want to be in Christchurch and we love it here, and this is our home, so we kind of make sure that when we travel that we don't stay away too long.
Is there still that burning interest of new young blood coming into your craft?
Yeah, well that's why the show has also come about, is because there's pre-professionals that have no outlet in Christchurch, so
we have quite a few of those involved in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, what a wonderful platform for them. We thank you because we have a wonderful family pass to give away to you, our viewers, which is very exciting. You could do a cartwheel or something as you see those tickets there. So it's the Circus All Sorts, and it's happening Saturday the 11th of April at 7 o'clock at the Aurora Centre. How can we buy tickets?
Ticketek.co.nz.
That simple.
Look up Circus All Sorts and you'll find us there.
Good on you. Congratulations to you both for making it happen, bringing that magic back into Christchurch, Danny and Mim. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Now, stay with us after the break. Yes, the Shrinking Violet will be joining me, and we talk about those dreaded devices. Stay with us.
Take another step into the no man's land for the longest time, lady. I need you, darling. Come on, set the tone. If you feel. They say she's in the class 18.
Wow, from one A team to an A-class lady. Elora Hari, yes, the Shrinking Violet. We know her story so well about the paleo diet and how it's changed her life. But how about if you're on the paleo diet and you're still not losing weight? Here she is. Laura, what happens? You're on the paleo path to a wonderful new lifestyle and you're not losing the weight.
There are several different reasons that you may not be losing the weight. It could be as simple as stepping back and taking a look at what you're eating, or it could be something a lot different. A lot of people see me, say that I've lost 55 kilos and they're like, I want to do that too, and there's no reason that they can't. But sometimes it is a little harder for women, especially women. We've got a lot of hormones running around in our body. And I mean, I'm 21, so I'm young. I haven't had kids or anything like that. Once you have kids, your chemical and hormonal makeup changes in your body. So that is the first one. It can be a little bit harder to lose weight once you've had children. Another one is you could have some kind of other hormonal issue going on. A lot of women who suffer PCOS find it a lot harder to lose weight. The paleo lifestyle is great for those women who suffer from PCOS, but also things like stress. You need to step back and look at your stress levels. And just when you're not losing weight, you need to look at your lifestyle overall. It could be something as simple as you're not happy in your job. As I say, stress takes a big part in it, and if you're not happy at work, not happy at home, don't have the right friend group, then those are all things that are going to attribute to you not losing weight. So if you're happy in life and everything seems to be ticking along right, you're getting enough sleep, you're getting enough laughs in, and you're still not losing weight, then you do need to look at either a hormonal reason or a medical reason, or it could be something as simple as what you're eating. If it is what you're eating, you need to take a step back and look at your carbohydrate intake. A lot of people, obviously kumara is one of those yum things that everyone wants to eat, and everyone just naturally tends to go for the more carbohydrate dense options. Kumara is not bad for you by any means, but it is certainly something that, especially if you don't have that much to lose, something that you want to look at limiting. I personally only would have it 1 time a week now, just because I am within sort of 5 kilos of my goal. I would only sort of look at having it once a week.
You touched on environment there. How important is that for your path on the paleo journey?
Hugely important. If you don't have a positive environment, then the chances of you succeeding are a lot slimmer. We have people
No pun intended there.
Yeah, I realise that.
Very good. Yeah.
When I have people on the 10-week challenge whose families don't support them, they struggle a lot more, especially because you're doing it by yourself. When they start relying on the support group, there's a lot more results happening for them. But if they're having struggles at home because mum and dad aren't supporting them, husband's not supporting them, kids are unsupportive, then it can be quite hard. So the environment is really important for them to keep going, and it definitely can affect your weight loss because it will bring stress to your life and unhappiness, and that's not what you want.
Well, Laura, let's give some advice then for the support team. We're always talking about those that are on the paleo journey, but what's some advice you can give to those support crew for them?
I mean, if someone's not supporting you, at the end of the day, you need to say to them, look, this is what I want to do, what I want to do to be happy as well. You need to support me. Sometimes it doesn't go over so well, and a lot of times it's not even about the person who is trying to lose the weight. It's actually a selfish thing, and as hard as that is to hear, because it's often the ones that are the closest to you that aren't supporting you, it's actually about themselves. They don't want you to be better than them, which is really sad to hear, but it is the truth a lot of the time.
And it's that circle of friends, isn't it? And sometimes you may need to change the friends that you surround yourself in. You have an awesome Facebook page with tools on it.
Yes, I do. So I've got the Shrinking Violet Facebook page where I post all of my meals every day, as well as other tidbits of what I'm up to, my progress, where I'm at. At the moment, I'm going through a journey of trying to get loose skin removed, which a lot of people are finding interesting because I'm obviously at the other end of the spectrum. I've lost the weight and now I want to continue forward. But also attached to that is a support group, and as I've said a million times, support is key. especially when it comes to losing weight. And it's a lot easier to be accountable and tell strangers what you're up to quite often than it is at home. A lot of women are very secret about wanting to lose weight because it is something incredibly personal. So that support group can really be key to them. And if people do want to find that, it's just the Shrinking Violet support group if you type that into your Facebook search bar.
Perfect. That's great. Look forward to next time. I think potentially we'll have some recipe making, I think. You'll be able to do that for us. Thanks, Laura. See you next time. Right, from shrinking weight to maybe shrinking brain cells. Yes, too many devices in your home. Look at this.
Welcome again to Family Matters. Family First recently released a report on the increasing use of screen time for children. It's entitled We Need to Talk, and it's written by UK biologist and psychologist Dr. Arik Sigman. Now, he argues that although screen technology may be a great aspect of modern life, there's growing concern from health and development experts about the excessive use in many families' lives, particularly with children, and that many parents and teachers remain unaware of the medical and developmental risks. The research shows that excessive screen time, now this is not including time doing homework on computers, is linked with significant sleep disturbances, attention problems, obesity, decline in face-to-face family interaction, a reduction in social skills such as the ability to read human emotion, and developing a long-term addiction to technology. We commissioned this report because the Ministry of Health told us that they only have provided guidelines for screen time use outside of school time, which is a maximum of 2 hours per day. So no guidelines for the increasing use in school time and no guidelines at all for under 5s. The Ministry of Education told us the Ministry has not undertaken specific research on appropriate amounts of daily screen time for young people. So are our kids spending too much time looking at screens? Well, the Growing Up in New Zealand study, which is tracking the development of approximately 7,000 Kiwi kids, found that 2/3 of toddlers are watching TV between 1 and 3 hours every day. A Broadcasting Standards Authority survey found that almost half of kids 6 to 13-year-olds watch TV during dinner, and more than a quarter had a television set in their bedroom. Of course, then you add the smartphones, the tablets, the iPads, and the devices at school. Now, let's be clear. This report is not anti-technology, not at all. In fact, you may be watching Family Matters right now on your smartphone or iPad. My children will be completing some of their homework today on their device. But Dr. Sigman does have some good advice for parents, including monitor your child's screen use, establish clear rules and limits, keep technology out of their bedroom where it impacts sleep. It's also harder for parents to monitor. Be aware of parental screen role modelling. Parents, put that phone down and talk to the kids. And finally, focus on alternatives. Get outside and kick that soccer ball. Now, we would encourage families to read this report. You'll find it on our website, familyfirst.nz, under Research. You can also order a free copy. There's also a smartphone app, and you can sign up for our regular midweek updates on family issues. And of course, you can support our work. Thanks for standing with us as we stand for families, because family matters.
Definitely some food for thought for me to take away for my household with 3 young men. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. If you're going to Ed Sheeran tonight, make sure you enjoy it, won't you? He's a little bit gorgeous, isn't he? So I just wonder what school he will be performing at today. Tomorrow on the show, runway models join me, and Stone telling us all about some different trends at the moment, and Moses as social media gadget guy. See you tomorrow.
I'll do it all for you in time. And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now. I'm out of touch, I'm out of love. I'll pick you up when you're getting down. And out of all these things I've done, I will love you better now.